Well, this video has been seen online thousands of times all across the country. Men with long guns in the hallway of an Aurora apartment building.
The migrant crisis has gotten out of control. Thanks to the Democrats, here we are. And how did we get here? We living in some dangerous times, yo. We really are. You got to draw closer to the Most High, and you're going to have to be able to protect yourself and your family. When the government has failed you, when law enforcement has failed you, when the mayors and judges have failed you, still you want to abide by the law because we're all law-abiding citizens, right? We're supposed to be Americans. This is the land of the free, but they brought all these migrants over here. We don't know these people, and they're bringing their issues with them. See, you're not just bringing a group of people. You're bringing poor, impoverished people who, if they don't have the Creator in their life, they're gonna resort to the ways of the men. And the ways of the men is men who live in the world of sin. They're gonna do wicked, evil things. Especially if they have no empathy, no compassion, no love. Nothing. Why would you welcome all of these foreigners over here illegally like this? Now, throughout the Americas, it's turning into them versus us. Who's going to protect us if our government officials is not trying to protect us? And this is what's going on in the minds of the people of America. People are in fear. So in a minute, we're all going to have to be strapped up legally. I want to put that out there, to protect our homes and to protect our families and to protect ourselves, because the government is not really helping us. And I feel like this is all by design. It's crazy, man, where we at. You got one woman, saying that this is really going on in Colorado, and then you got these mayors talking about, oh, that's an incident that happened somewhere else. That didn't really take place, but we're seeing a lot of footages, and even people, if you look at the videos of these reports, look at the comment section, and people are even telling you, no, this is going on. I live in that community. Whether or not this is going on or not, I'm doing my research still as I'm making these videos. I'm still in the process of doing my research. This is crazy, man. It really is. We living in some crazy times, and I can't even imagine living in an apartment complex where these Venezuelan gangs is taking over and we just sitting ducks. It could be on your doorstep next one day. Don't think because you hear it in another state that it won't happen in your state. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not going to greet you in a friendly manner. They want to take what's yours.
As the panic over Venezuelan gangs in the community continues to spread, Aurora police came out to this apartment complex on Friday to try to reassure neighbors that they are here for them. Meanwhile, the mayor is taking a much tougher approach.
We're out here because we care.
Friday, the city of Aurora released video of interim police chief Heather Morris and a cadre of officers meeting with residents at an apartment complex that was at the center of conversations in the media and online about Venezuelan gang activity.
We want to reassure the people that live in this community that we are actively investigating criminal activity that's happening and listening to them.
Earlier this week, a former resident came forward with security video of men with large guns to say she doesn't feel like the police are taking the issue seriously.
And it's always these young boys strapped with weapons. Imagine that at your doorstep, knocking on your door, wanting you to come outside because they want to take your apartment or they want to rob you for your goods or whatever you got in your household, food, clothing, money, jewelry, whatever, your flat screen. It's almost as if, I don't know where a lot of y'all live, where you reside at, but you're gonna have to have protection. You're gonna have to be armed. You're gonna have to be. Do it the legal way, but you're gonna have to. Because what if this could be in your neck of the woods or your neck of your neighborhood? What if this could potentially lead to where you reside at?
There have been so many occasions that I've called the police that while I'm sitting in my window watching the crime take place, they will call me and say, "I'm sorry, but we're not coming."
Her car was even shot with a bullet before Aurora Councilmember Danielle Jurinsky helped her find a new place to live. Jurinsky, who's been insisting for weeks that apartments in the city are being overrun by dangerous Venezuelan gangs, says the police and city need to do something before someone gets hurt or killed.
I have had city leaders give interviews essentially trying to make it seem like I've made this entire thing up.
Did you hear that? City leaders are making it seem as if this woman here is making this stuff up. She's coming to them with her list of issues of what's going on in this community, this apartment complexes, these neighborhoods, and these mayors and so on and so forth are acting as if, it's all made up. That's not real. That's not going on. These people aren't really going through that. Listen to the voice of the community. See, these people are sitting at the high tops of their reality. They don't get to see what you go through. And they don't really care because they're somewhere far removed from the city. All this is going on throughout the whole Americas. It's always in the cities. That's why I'm so glad I moved out of the city, even though I'm right next door to it. But I mean, it's a lot that go on even where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody's going through it in America ever since this pandemic. It was getting worse years before. It just got even worse.
I think that politics is being played here with people's lives.
Friday, Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman posted online that the Aurora City Attorney's Office is going to request an emergency court order to clear the apartment buildings.
I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community.
Aurora Police says they have never denied that Venezuelan gangs exist in the city, and they have a task force to handle the situation. But they think the problem is being overstated.
What we're learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex.
Mayor Kaufman pointed out that while he is ready to take action, the apartment complexes that have seen the most trouble are owned by the same out-of-state owner and have a history of crime that predated the trouble with the Venezuelan gangs. In Aurora, Michael Aveta, covering Colorado First.
I got to do more research on this particular subject. It came across the timeline and I just wanted to look into it. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff throughout the Americas. You know, the Venezuelan gangs is in Texas, Chicago, Illinois. Something happened where these gangs broke into this woman's apartment or house, I forget what it was, and she let off. She just went to pulling out the toolie and started blamming on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she wasn't playing. She was fully strapped and got to firing off on these dudes. One of them lost his life. The other guy was able to get up out of there. You know, and I salute that sister. You know what I mean? Breaking into these people's homes and they got kids and stuff like that. Like, nah, man. And see, this is like, it's a war on us now. And yes, she was a black woman. I don't know if she had kids or not. I think she had kids, but that's still not the point. Like, who's supposed to protect her if she doesn't have a man to protect her? You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of women are going to have to learn self-defense and they're going to have to get legal firearms. Because, you know, and it's not just a migrant crisis thing. That's just overall, no matter who breaks in. You come in uninvited, trying to pull that squatters' rights stuff, people ain't going for that, man. They feel like, hold on, why are you invading yourself into the privacy of my home? I didn't ask you to come here. I had a situation where this gentleman was on my porch, you know, about to smoke and all that, and I told him, fam, you got to get up out of here. Now, I don't want to mention why he was there. I'm not going to get into all that right now. But he didn't want to leave. So I said, wait right here. And when I came back, he was still there. And this, all I'm gonna say is this: he took off running. I'm not playing those games, fam. Like, nah, we ain't doing that over here. And then my peoples, was telling me that, and I think it was the same guy, like a year later, he was telling me, when I wasn't here at the crib, he was like, yo, some dude was banging on the door, da 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 da. And he did the same thing. Well, he didn't do it the way I did it, but he had to run this dude away. And I'm like, but I'm thinking if it's the same guy, I don't know, but I think it's the same guy. But it's crazy because I've seen him homeless in the streets. You know what I mean? And I even took a picture of him while he was sleeping on this bench because I want to remember what he looked like. And he's linked to somebody that I know, and me and that person had an issue. Now, remember when the video I was telling y'all, I had to cut a homie off because, if we got an issue, we got to address it. And we had to address it with said individual. He didn't want to do that. But everything is all good. But it's just stuff like that, man. Like, you really got to be safe out here. But anyway, I just wanted to, make this video to give y'all awareness. Shout out to the people who are filming what they're going through. And they're talking about how they feel about life in America, politics. If we didn't have people to make videos like this, we wouldn't even know what's going on the other side of the world. That's why social media is a beautiful thing. It could be a gift and it could be a curse. But it's all about what are you consuming and what is it doing for you? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's your boy Donnie, man. I got a long day. I got to get up out of here. I would love to continue to make more videos, but I just can't. Y'all know I work a 9 to 5, even though this is my second job. If it was up to me, I would be giving y'all 3-4 videos a day. But sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get up with y'all again. Just stay prayed up before you leave your household, and just stay aware. You know what I mean? Like, look out. Be on the lookout, move as if, I feel Hassan when he says that, move as if you're on the run, you know what I mean? Because it's crazy out here and it's going to get even more crazier, you know what I mean? But we can't live in fear. We have to be fearless. Yeah, it's okay. Being afraid is natural. It's part of you being a human. But we got to try to learn how to control that fear. Don't let it overtake you to the point to where you get mollywopped out here. You get taken advantage of, and now you out of this world. You know what I mean? Now, if you fight so hard to the point to where you still get sent out of this world, then it was just your time, unfortunately. But hopefully that won't happen to you. You know what I mean? Hopefully the Lord has his arm around you. You one of his, ones that he has favor for, and he will protect you, or he'll at least show you mercy, and you won't get hurt so bad. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's your boy Donnie, man. I gotta wrap this up. I hope y'all like this video, and I'm gonna do more videos like this. I'm out. Be safe out there, man. Stay safe. And as some people would say, stay dangerous. But only if you have to or need to be. Don't be looking for it. But if it come to you, protect yourself. I'm out.